Hey, what's up, everybody? Nikolai518 here. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be doing part 5 of the Going Back to School for Computer Science in 2020 series. We've covered a few of these topics along the way, but they're pretty important, so let's do a quick summary of them to help out. Ultimately, what we're going to be focusing on is lifestyle changes, expectations, your mindset, and pretty much just growing up. So, if you're 18 years old, you're still extremely young, you just graduated high school, that's fine. Somebody watching this may be 28 or 30, so maybe not everything applies to everyone, but there's something here for everybody. So, first thing is, are you a morning person? You should know this answer like that. I am not a morning person. No, it's not me. The first semester I took at school, I had to take a 8 a.m. math class. Horrible decision. On the last day of that semester, I woke up and was just like, this is the last day I will ever wake up at 6 a.m. for the rest of my life. Hallelujah. Thank you, God. I would not recommend taking a math class that early. Your brain is not up. Some students were just passing out in class, definitely failed. It's just, I'm not a morning person. You might be. But, get to know yourself. What do you like? If you want to sleep till 1 in the afternoon, totally fine. Just take afternoon classes. Still get your stuff done. To me, there isn't a difference. If a student's like, oh, I want to go to school from 8 to 12, that's fine. 4 hours. If you want to go to school from 1 to 5, that's fine. As long as you get your stuff done, that's cool. Just do not be late for class. Every day, you will see the same people walk in class 15 minutes late. It's crazy. It's like, dude, if you just set your phone back 15 minutes, you would always be on time. Break these bad habits. If you cannot check your personal email once a day, you need more focus. I got no other way to say that because, you're going to have to check your school email every morning, every afternoon, and every night. Prime example, you woke up late, you rushed, you got to school. Why isn't your professor here? Well, it so happens they sent you an email at 6:30 this morning saying they have the flu and they're not coming in. So, if you had checked in the morning, if you had built up, that good behavior, you would have known that and you could have went right back to bed. I've done it before. Many other people have done it before. And, I only needed to do it once to figure out, okay, I got to start checking this every morning. Figure out how long it takes you to get to school, then add 30 minutes. You cannot speed. You are officially a student. Chances are you've got student loans. If it's $5 for every mile an hour you're over, you're 15 miles an hour over. Now you're going to have to lawyer up because you don't want points on your license. If you destroy your car, good luck getting to school. You're going to have to deal with public transportation. That's probably going to be a nightmare. Your car is so important to you. Treat it with respect. Welcome to the slow lane, baby. You're not speeding anymore. This has to be a smooth process. You got to grow up. No more lead foot. No more doing 100. Don't do it. Because if you hurt yourself or if you hurt somebody else or if you crash your car, it's pretty much game over. You're not going to have enough money to afford a new car, or multiple speeding tickets. We're human. We're going to mess up, but let's minimize the damages. This is part of the growing up, right? You're going to leave early. You're not going to speed. You're going to get to school early. You're not going to be stressed. You're not going to be anxious on this drive. You're going to put on some nice music and you're going to, in your mind, you're going to get the day lined out and you're going to, figure out what these challenges are and how you're going to accomplish them. If you're into extreme sports, you like skateboarding, skiing, snowboarding, sumo wrestling, whatever it may be, I would advise to take a break while you were in school. I could not imagine trying to lug around my book bag or with a broken leg. What happens if you break your writing arm? You are screwed. I highly doubt school is going to be like, we have one student out of 10,000 that broke their writing arm. What could I do to help that just one student? You may have a cool professor who's like, I already got the slides uploaded. It's whatever. You don't really have to take notes. Just check out the slides at your house. But I highly doubt if you break your leg, anyone is going to help you out at school. You may need to hire on an aide or something like that. If you break your writing arm, dude, no one is going to take your notes for you. I would recommend calming it down a little bit. If you're super extreme, you like rock climb and shit like that, do it at a slower pace. Do it with a little bit more safety. Again, we're trying to minimize setbacks here. Be on your best behavior. If you're like, I'm going to school because, this university's got, I saw some Facebook thing and it's the number 3 party school and, the girls are pretty hot. Dude, horrible answer. Don't even sign up for school. Like, just go downtown, do whatever it is you got to do. But, like, school is not the place for that. If you're just going to party, not the place. If you're going for love, not the place. Sure, you may meet somebody, while you're at school and, they may be academically focused and so are you, and together you make a great team. Totally possible. Happened to me. So it does happen. But, like, my goal wasn't, I'm looking for love. I'm here for love. Like, your mindset has to be school. And, even crazier, like, if you get any sort of, like, you disagree with somebody, it's going to happen, right? Kid steps on the back of your shoes, somebody makes a rude comment to you, whatever. Forget it. Take a deep breath. Just let it go. Because you cannot get an assault charge, an harassment charge, anything like that. That's going to stay in your career. That's going to make it super hard going forward. That could affect jobs. You have to be on your best behavior. So if you're young and you're kind of getting the swing of things and, just be around a good crowd. Be around kids who want to do good. There are so many kids who aren't focused there. Don't get wrapped up with a bad crowd. I get an email, usually once a week from campus police, and it's pretty cool. I love the transparency my school offers. If some kind of crime happened or something, they're very transparent about it. It's, guys, this is what happened. This is how we handled it. We need a little bit more information. If you do know anything, reach out to us. I do like the way my school handles, certain cases like that. But 2 of the most common things that are in every single email, it's like, these are the top 2 crimes on campus. 1, theft. Dude, you cannot leave your stuff places. Like, if you're in the library and you gotta, use the bathroom or whatever, your book bag is an extension of yourself. Do not trust anyone. If you have a good friend at school and, you've built up that relationship, sure, go for it. But theft is the number 1 thing. The number 1 reported crime on school. Lock your door. Make sure your stuff's locked. Make sure you have your stuff with you. Do not just blindly trust these people. These people are going to be from all over the world. Everyone was raised a little bit different. Everyone has different morals. Just make sure you got your stuff with you. The second most reported crime on campus, smoking marijuana. If it's legal in your state, it may be different. I'm not sure. But schools typically have a no smoking policy. That even includes tobacco. And I'm telling you, don't do it on campus. Like, you have to be on your best behavior. Sacrificing, $25K worth of student loans, a couple years at school, 2 or 3 years doing school, and you get caught smoking on campus for what? Right? Like, an hour's worth of, satisfaction totally just, destroyed 3 years of hard work. When you are on campus, consider it a whole different world. Be on your best behavior. Don't let the little stuff bother you. If you have a disagreement with somebody, agree to disagree and walk the other way. Be an adult. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't sacrifice your success and your education because some knucklehead's got something to say to you. Just keep going on with your day. Stay positive. I love you. I'm sending you positive vibes. Email me. Tell me about it. Be like, hey, some kid made a rude comment to me today. I saw your video and I was like, I just got to keep a level head, keep moving on. I would be super proud of you. I would email you back and be like, that was the best move you could have did. Good job. Think of the worst person you've ever met. Now imagine your professor is that person for 16 weeks. If you are older and you've worked a couple jobs, chances are you've come across a total jerk before at your work. The guy who never wants to do anything, the girl who's just rude to everybody, whatever. You are going to be stuck working with people you do not like. Don't make it any harder on yourself. Smile and nod. Whatever they say. Absolutely. No problem. Yes. Yes, sir. I got it. Yes, ma'am. All that stuff. It's 16 weeks. It's not forever. You need to have this mentality that, yes, right now I am going through something really, really crappy. My professor, they're a bit rude. They don't respond back to emails. And honestly, they're just driving me crazy. Like, this guy just drops work on us, gives us 2 days to do it. He's driving me insane. All you can do, Look within yourself, wish them peace, take a couple deep breaths, and keep going with your day. It's going to happen. You are going to have a professor that just drives you insane. Personalities clash. Bound to happen. So I'm telling you right now, if you do find yourself in that case, it's not forever. Just stay positive, do your absolute best to get through it, and move on with your life. That's it. Semester 16 weeks. It's not forever. Organization. Get yourself a 5-subject notebook for one class. My first semester, I had a notebook, for math, and I would write the notes down, and then when I did the homework, I would rip a sheet out of the back. I ended up with like 6 or 7, half notebooks, and it was a total disaster. Work on your organization now. If you're a hoarder and your house is just full of crap, you got to work on that. You have to know where all your stuff is. If, your professor's like, I'm going to ask you, next week's quiz is going to be on what we covered Wednesday. Your notes need to be labeled. It is Wednesday, February 23rd, 2020. Blam, write all your stuff down. You have to be organized because your professors may say, well, the test coming up is going to be on the first 6 weeks of school. So you need to have that lined out. I need to know what information is within the 6 weeks of school because, chances are they're just going to throw a review sheet at you. That's like 150 problems. You're going to be like, well, I'm just going to pick a couple from this, That sucks. I need to know exactly how much information is here. How much information do I need to cram in my brain, for this test? You got to stay organized. It helps to have a clutter folder. If you're someone who likes to work on loose leaf sheets of paper or whatever, have a clutter folder. Just throw it in there. But you need to have a nice, neat folder. You got your syllabus. Behind that is all your graded quizzes. And then on the other side, that's all of the homeworks that you've done, right? Then you got your nice big notebook. That's all organized. You have to be organized. I couldn't imagine doing this with just paper and stuff all over the place. It's going to make things a lot better if you keep it nice and you run a tight ship. You know what I'm saying, Captain? One point that's not in here that I want to just kind of, throw in there is treat everybody with respect. It is super important to do that. The reason being is because PhD students teach classes. Prime example, if you are going for a PhD in math, you want to be a mathematician, do math research, or maybe be a math professor, right? You're going to have to do the PhD program, and as part of that program, you're going to have to teach classes. So if you're a mathematician, they may start you out a little slow, okay? You're going to teach pre-calculus this semester. If everything goes good, you're going to teach it again next semester, okay? Everything's good. You've proven yourself. Now try to teach Calc 1. Or there's a demand for, Calc 2 professors. We don't have enough. You're going to do that one now. The point I'm trying to make here is if you treat everybody with respect, you're never going to run into an awkward situation where it's like, oh my God, my professor is that kid that I slammed the door. I didn't hold the door open for him and the door slammed in his face. That's going to make a super awkward semester, man. When you hate somebody, you typically don't forget their face. So treat everyone super nice. And, if you do have a positive interaction with them and they see you up front, they're going to be like, overall, this is just a solid person. They're nice. They're polite. They hold doors open for people. They're sitting front row. They're focused. They literally just want to succeed, and ultimately that's what they're trying to do too, is succeed. And, successful people want to work with and be around other successful people. It's just how it is. This is a big one, and this is a very hard pill for some people to swallow, but you are responsible for everything. You are responsible for your success. Tell your friends and family right now that you love them, but they will see less of you. You cannot blame them for bad grades. If your best friend calls you and it's like, it's my 21st birthday, I'm so excited, man, we talked about this for years, but you have one of the biggest math tests of the semester on Monday, you have to tell that friend, I'm sorry, I love you, but my focus has to be here. I spent $25,000 to be at this school. I gotta succeed. I've got no other option. I can't just throw this away. And my professor's not gonna care, that I went to your party and I did bad on the test. You can't go to your professor's, office hour and be like, hey, professor, since 18 years old, me and my friend have been talking about how wild we're going to get on his 21st birthday. He's not going to care. He's going to be like, dude, I told you a week ago. Like, you still could have went to the birthday party, but you should have been preparing, the other 6 days. They're not going to make exceptions, if it's, if the weekend's all tied up, right? It's your birthday on Friday, your little brother's bar mitzvah on Saturday, and Sunday is this huge family dinner or whatever. You're not going to any of it. Your birthday is spent home. Like, school is your top priority. If you fail tests, you can't point the fingers at your mom, at your friends, at your dog, at anything. And that's also good when you succeed, because when you succeed, I did that. I worked hard. I earned this. Nobody helped me. I got up every morning. I went to school. I worked my butt off. I succeeded, and I have nobody else to thank but myself. Now let me reward myself. If I work hard, I do good at school, the first 10 days of winter break, I'm playing Classic WoW for 12 plus hours. I don't care. I'm not leaving this room. I'm playing Classic WoW all day, every day, until I cannot stand it anymore. I'm taking a vacation day at work. Like, I'm not logging out of this game. I'm playing Overwatch. I deserve this. A lot of people have a very hard time taking responsibility for their actions. Oh, I was late because that cop pulled me over. It's like, well, were you speeding? Yeah, well, I woke up late. Well, let me get this straight. You didn't set your alarm. You didn't leave early. You woke up late. You speeded. And now you're mad at somebody else because they pulled you over because you put the general population at risk. You were doing 65 and a fucking 30, man. Excuse my French, but like, you're responsible. You know what I'm trying to get at right now? You can't blame anybody else. The past, the present, and the future are all connected, and you need to understand and respect that. Kind of goes with what we've talked about, but consider your life on hold. Friends, relationships, family vacations, trips to Mexico with the boys, trips to New York City with the girls to do some shopping. Like, I cannot justify spending $1,000 on a trip to Las Vegas. I can't justify spending $800 on a shopping trip in New York City. International weddings, stuff like that. Not right now. Once school is over, feel free to go nuts. If you want to buy a private jet and travel around the world with your boys and just make vlogs, or, travel with your girlfriends and do whatever, like, so be it. But during this, 2 to 4 year period of your life, everything's on hold. This is your most important thing. I can't even tell you how many times I've been at school and like turned around and been like, hey, like this weekend I'm coming in. I'm going to get tutoring on Sunday at, about 2:00. Usually takes about an hour. And then after that, let's go over the test. We'll go over all the test problems and, we'll do this, we'll do that. And a lot of people are like, hey, man, I'm going home for the weekend, or I'm going to New York City for the weekend, stay with my boy, or I'm going here, or I'm going there, Why? Like, why go home for the weekend to what? Hang out with your friends for 2 days? You got to be in the library. You got to be studying because, like I said, you can't tell your professor, well, I really miss my friends and I wanted to see them. So, I took 3 days and just kind of partied. They're not going to want to hear it. The grades are what the grades are. It's very, very hard to get grades changed. You're going to have to fight tooth and nail, and you're really going to have to prove to that professor why that grade needs to be changed. And if you do it once, I highly doubt they will ever do it again for you. You are your own guidance counselor. Chances are you have never met your guidance counselor before. It will just randomly be assigned to you. You've got Michelle, you've got, Randy, you got this, you got that, and they have thousands and thousands of students that they need to help. You are your own guidance counselor. Do not just take what they're saying and go with it. Like, you have to go in with a game plan. You got to be like, this is my game plan. I take one math class every semester, one science class every semester, one elective, and one computer programming course. Like, that's how I've broken it down. That way I'm not overloaded in one, specific sector of this degree. That's a solid approach. If you're just going to wing it and just go with whatever the guidance counselor says, they've got thousands of students. Your meeting with them is only 20 minutes long. They're going to be like, all right, dude, well, you're still going to need a math. So, just, I'm recommending this one, or they're not bad people. They're good people. They are there to help, but they don't know you from Joe Schmo. Like, I met you 30 minutes ago. You don't know me. You don't know how smart I am, or what subjects I struggle in, or if I'm a morning person or a night person. I know that. So I'm going to decide how I want to do this semester because it's 16 weeks. And I'm stuck in that chair, not you. So if I'm going to be stuck in that chair, I want my classes to start in the afternoon. I'm going to go on Rate My Professor. I'm checking out all this stuff. Like, I'm going to know that professor before I even sit in that chair. I'm going to get it lined up, and I'm only taking as many classes as I'm comfortable with. They're not going to pressure me to take more classes. Because if I take more classes and I fail, money wasted. And then on top of it, I got to pay more money to take the class again. I'm going at my own speed, on my own game plan. I'm in control. I'm the captain. I'm running this ship. You are your own guidance counselor. Don't just be like, all right, my guidance counselor said this or that. Feel free to email them. Be like, hey, you said this during our meeting, but I'm thinking a little bit different. This is what I want to do. Is that still cool? They may be like, yeah, that's fine, man. As long as it's 12 credits, like, you're totally good to go. So you are your own guidance counselor. And lastly, just enjoy meeting the new people. College is a nice place where people go to become better. And when you surround yourself with people who want to be better, you all improve your lives together. And, you think about different stories. Zuckerberg met this guy or this guy in college and they made this thing together. And that could totally be you. Meet some electrical engineers. Meet some computer science students. Meet some business people. See if you can get a nice friend in each different degree. And then after college, man, form this cool new, startup, put these ideas out there, start working on things, start building these networks, enjoy food from different countries, my girlfriend introduced me to this one girl from Turkey. We went out, we got some Turkish food. It was freaking amazing. I loved it. So enjoy meeting these new people. It doesn't always have to be stress. If what I want you to be is open-minded. Don't be such a closed-minded person that you don't want to speak to people and you don't want to meet new people. College is a great place to meet people from all around the world, to try new foods, to join clubs, learn different languages, and just be around awesome people. It's not, as you grow up, you pretty much stay in the same town and you kind of get the vibe of the town and the people. But at college, it's nice. There's so many different ingredients, so many different kinds of people. Just go and enjoy that. Go in with an open mind. Be positive, be respectful, respect yourself, respect this investment, and be on your best behavior. And you're going to have a great time. You're going to meet so many cool new friends. You're going to start group chats, and you may make some connections that may last a whole lifetime. Maybe new business partners. This was a pretty deep section. I want to prepare you. I want you to be a great student. So I hope you did find this section helpful. My door is always open. Nikolai518@gmail.com. If you want to send me an email and let me know about a certain scenario or whatever, I'd be happy to give you some feedback. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you next time.